Nagar. The injured constable is currently undergoing treatment at Niman's hospital. The constable has been identified as Huliappa Mete. The robber was being chased by Huliappa on the asbestos roof of the factory. Now, police sources say that the asbestos sheet cracked, and when Huliappa stepped on it, it gave away and he fell. Now, he sustained severe head injuries and was immediately rushed to the hospital by his colleague. Now, DCP North Sandeep Patil is at the hospital and has assured the family that the police will bear the cost of the entire treatment. Now, Huliappa was married only 3 months ago in his native Koppal. Well, for more on this, I'm joined by my colleague Deepak, who is now right outside Niman's hospital where this constable is being treated. Deepak, first of all, has the operation concluded and what exactly is the condition of this constable?
Yes, Nolan rightly said the operation just concluded about 45 minutes back, and I have the superintendent of Niman's hospital, BSL. Let's find out what exactly transpired. Sir, what is the present condition of the constable?
Shri H.D. Methi was brought to the emergency department of Nimhans at about 5 o'clock today early morning with a history that he sustained a fall from a height of about 20 feet around 3:45 a.m. today when he was chasing a thief. He had sustained severe head injury and he was brought in a serious condition, and our doctors have immediately attended to him. He has been resuscitated and investigated with a CT scan and other investigations, and today morning he has been operated also. He had multiple injuries to the brain. He had an extradural hematoma and a subdural hematoma with a fracture of one of the skull bones, and the operation has been successful, and post-operatively his condition is now stable, and we need to observe him for a few more days because of the severe head injury.
So what was the condition that he came into the hospital, and what kind of treatment has been given to him, sir?
Yeah, he was brought in a serious condition because of the severe head injury, and immediately we had to resuscitate him and give the life support measures, investigate him to assess the severity of the head injury, and then our neurosurgeons felt that he needs an immediate surgery because there were bleeding inside the brain and clots were there. So the necessary surgery has already been done, completed about an hour back, and he has been shifted to the ward for further treatment and observation.
So what will be the next step now? Any time where he will be kept under observation? What will be the next steps that the doctors will?
We will keep him for under observation, and he will need post-operatively certain treatment which will be given to him. He will be here for till he recovers.
What was the status that we can say right now?
Status now he is stable. He has had a severe head injury, operated. Post-operatively his vitals are normal and he is stable.
Thank you so much, doctor. So there you go, Nolan. The doctor going on to say that the condition right now is stable. So his valiant effort will not go in vain. Of course, the person who he was behind not being nabbed. But the good news now, however, is that his condition is stable. The neurosurgeons are confident that he will recover from this particular injury, Nolan.
Now, we're also getting information that the entire incident took place somewhere after 3 o'clock. Sandeep Patil had stated that at 3:30. Now, he was brought to the hospital only at 5. Can we see a delay over here in shifting him to the hospital?
Right. Now he was brought. The incident happened about 3:45. He was brought to the hospital at 5. So was there any delay, or could things have gone better if he was brought in earlier to the hospital?
I do not think so, because normally we talk of 1 hour being the golden hour in such cases. So he has been brought almost within 1 hour of the incident, and I think that's a good point.
So there you go, the doctor going on to say that there was not particularly any delay. Now they say that 1 hour is a golden hour between which usually people suffering from head injuries have to be brought to the hospital. So he's not sustained too much of blood loss during that period. He was rushed to the hospital immediately. So a good move by the co-policeman Prasanna, who was there, the constable, doing a good job in actually bringing him to the Niman's hospital within an hour. So the incident happened about 3:45. He was brought into the hospital by 5. So about 1 hour, 15 minutes. That's when he was brought into the Niman's hospital.
Now, Deepak, we also have information that he was married just about 3 months ago in his native Koppal, and that his wife came here to the city 1 month ago. Has she come to the hospital?
Not yet, Nolan. Relatives and family members have come. We've not spotted his wife as of yet. So she will, she is expected to arrive anytime right now. But his wife right now is not around the premises of the hospital.
Now, for the benefit of our viewers, can you just tell us once more what really happened? What led to this?
Of course, Nolan, this was a valiant effort, like a commendable bravery portrayed by this particular constable. Last night at about 3 o'clock, Huliappa, Methi and of course Prasanna, the two constables were on a beat. So they were going to this particular place where they had to punch in, and that's when they, usually the constables on a beat usually have to make a login in a sheet or a particular punch-in machine. This is when he has gone to this particular place and he's heard a particular noise coming from an adjacent building. That's when to notice what happened, he's climbed a particular building. This building, of course, is about 3 stories where he's seen the activity or heard some kind of motion happening. So when he's climbed on top, he's seen that somebody was there on the adjacent terrace. He's asked him to stop. This person, this unknown person, we don't know exactly if he was a thief or what he was doing on the terrace, Nolan, but the constable found that he was doing something suspicious. He asked him to stop. When he did not stop, the brave officer actually chased him on the roof. This was when this particular person, the suspect, started running here, and he was using the parapet walls to run. Actually, to cut across his way, he's actually tried to jump from a particular height. He's jumped on this building, which was covered by a cement sheet, this asphalt sheet. So he's jumped on this. Now, this being a really old building, could not sustain his weight, and this was the Bharat Mechanics building. So he's fallen on this particular building, and there was a particular machinery which was in place there. He's fallen right on it, severely injuring his head, as a doctor stated some time back, and also his back. So this was when he actually fell down and he sustained a lot of injury. This was when the other constable, Prasanna, immediately contacted the owner, got the keys, rushed inside, pulled him out and got him to the Niman's hospital, Nolan.
Right, Deepak, thank you very much for all that. Well, there you can clearly see we have marked and shown you where exactly he fell. Now, like my colleague was saying, while the robber was running on a safer side, the police constable decided, let's try and cut him and catch him as fast as possible. And that is when he decided to run across the asbestos sheet. But not knowing that the asbestos sheet was actually extremely old, one of it cracked, and you can see that gaping hole. He fell down, say about 20 feet. It's fallen from a height of 20 feet onto some machinery below, which led to the severe head injuries and back injuries that he has sustained. Now, DCP North, Sandeep Patil also spoke on this. Let's listen into that.
Yesterday night in Rajgopal Nagar police station at around 3:30, there was an incident wherein one Huliappa Methi, our police constable of Rajgopal Nagar police station, has been injured. He has been shifted to Niman's hospital, and right now his surgery is going on. The incident is that at around 3:30 in the morning, when he was on night rounds and he had gone near Subhadra packages to do his routine signing on the point book. At that time, he found some movement of thieves on the roof of Bharat Engineers. So immediately he also went to the roof, but as the roof was made of asbestos sheet, when he was running on the sheet, it broke, and then because of which he fell down. And as he fell down into the room of the industry, there were some machinery equipment which are there, and he fell on them. He sustained certain serious head injuries. There's been internal bleeding as well as blood clotting. So I've already spoken to the doctor. All measures have been taken for his treatment, and I've also spoken to the family, and the department takes full responsibility for his treatment and to ensure that the best and the available treatment is given.